being heavily in debt can be debilitating. The good news is that clearing your debt is doable, it only requires some patience. While some debt, like a mortgage or auto loan, may be inescapable, you may and should address other unneeded debt that's stressing you out. If you create a strategy and follow it, you might find that you are debt-free and have the knowledge to remain that way. In this video, we will share 10 steps to help you get out of debt, remain debt-free in the future and build good credit for the long haul. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe MJ Business Channel for more future updates. So let's start. Number 1. Create a budget. You need to know how much money you make each month compared to how much you spend on expenses if you want to get out of debt. Making a budget is the most effective way to accomplish this. To start, you should keep track of your monthly take-home pay. When you have that figure, you should start considering your outgoing costs. This includes your mortgage or rent, groceries, utility bills, cell phone, subscriptions, transportation expenses, and any debt payments. Any funds deposited into your savings account are also eligible for this category. Make decisions about how to pay off your debt after calculating the total amount of money you have left over. Make sure to budget for creating an emergency fund as well, so you have money on hand in case you lose your job or suffer an unexpected financial setback. By reviewing your bank transactions, using a budgeting app or financial product like YNAB, Mint, or other financial planning tools like your bank's app or even a Google Sheet, you can then set a dollar amount to spend on each category each month and keep track of your spending. Number 2. Live below your means. You might discover that you're tempted to spend more as your income in your career increases. This may trap you in a vicious cycle where you are unable to save any money and end up with the same level of credit card debt as when your income was lower. Living within your means, regardless of your financial situation, is one way to address this issue. Why does this matter? People who live within their means adhere to a budget and frequently limit how much they can spend on non-essentials. For instance, even though you can afford that upscale sushi restaurant, if you're living on a tight budget, you wouldn't go there every week. Instead, you might save it for a special occasion or date night. This does not preclude you from occasionally indulging in small pleasures like a few lattes. However, if your income is $50,000, you might want to reduce it to $40,000 in order to save more money and increase your monthly debt repayments. You can do this by downsizing your home, selling your car if you live in a city and don't drive much, and reducing the number of subscriptions and services you use. Number 3. Find creative ways to curb spending. It's a good idea to examine your spending patterns when you design your budget to determine how much money you actually spend on non-essentials. You may then determine where your money actually goes. For instance, ordering takeaway and dining out could be consuming extra money that would otherwise be used to accelerate your debt-free progress. Instead, come up with original techniques to control your expenditure. Try meal planning if you want to spend less on restaurants. By just purchasing goods you intend to eat, you can reduce your shopping spend and reduce the temptation to order Uber Eats. Number 4. Decide on a debt repayment strategy. A smart strategy may assure you maintain going until you're debt-free even if finding extra money in your budget only helps you pay down your debt more quickly. The avalanche and snowball techniques are two of the more widely used ways, though there are many others you can try. The debt snowball strategy suggests starting with the smallest debt you have, then moving up to the next smallest, and so forth. Even though you'll be paying only the bare minimum each month, you'll put more money toward the debt with the lowest balance. The idea is to pay off one loan more quickly, which can be satisfying and inspire you to keep going. If you owe $250, $750, and $3,400 on 3 credit cards, paying off the biggest balance could seem difficult. But by gradually paying off the $250 debt and then the $750 debt, you can better see your progress and keep continuing. Number 5. Participate in a savings or no-spend challenge. To optimize debt repayment, please. If you enjoy the benefits of gamification, you might find a savings or no-spend challenge enjoyable. There are various kinds to choose from, and some of them endure for a month, a quarter, or even a whole year. The fundamental idea is to increase your funds for a savings challenge a little bit each day or pay period. Some challenges ask you to save $1 on day 1 and then double it every day for a month. By doing this, you might be able to save more money for debt repayment. The name of the game is true to its meaning. For a predetermined amount of time, like a week or a month, you refrain from spending money on non-essentials like clothing, restaurants, entertainment, etc. This may also enable you to increase your savings for debt repayment. Number 6. Consider a side hustle. You could seek for a temporary side business or a second employment if your income is insufficient to pay off your debt as quickly as possible and you are no longer able to cut back on your spending. You can earn extra cash to reduce your debt by driving for Uber or selling outdated clothing on Poshmark. Number 7. Make extra payments. Every additional payment can assist, even if you're currently making more than the required minimum and have a debt management plan in place to pay off your debt. Make a strategy to allocate all or some of every extra money you get to paying off your debts. Use some of your tax refund, for instance, if you're getting one, to reduce your debt. Number 8. Look into 0% APR credit cards. A 0% APR card could be a useful debt reduction tool if you have a repayment plan in place and want to avoid paying interest. However, I don't advocate this option lightly. Transferring the balances from high-interest credit cards to a card with a 0% introductory APR could result in significant interest savings. For instance, switching thousands of dollars in debt from a card with a high APR to one with a card with a 0% APR for a year could help you pay off your debt more quickly and pay less interest. If you can return the debt within the introductory term and take into account balance transfer fees, a consolidation loan can be more advantageous. Number 9. Apply for a debt consolidation loan. Applying for a personal debt consolidation loan may make sense if you wish to combine your debt into a single monthly payment and possibly save money on interest in the process. This can ensure that you only manage one debt payment per month. Additionally, compared to credit cards, personal loans typically offer cheaper interest rates. Additionally, if your debt is mostly made up of student loans, you might be able to refinance it into a single loan with a reduced interest rate. Just remember to comparison shop and compare rates from several lenders. Additionally, if you own a property, you might think about taking out a home equity loan to assist you pay off high-interest debt. Before choosing this option, make sure you have a good repayment strategy in place because you could lose your house if you can't afford the loan. Number 10. Avoid credit and debt settlement scams. Keep a lookout for frauds involving debt settlement. Credit counselors can't do anything to enhance your credit that you can't already do yourself, but some scammers use them to try to damage your credit report. If you do come across a credit or debt settlement agency you'd want to investigate, make sure to look up reviews and ratings on the Better Business Bureau and never pay in advance before you know the service you'll be receiving. This is it for today's video. What do you think of our video? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Thanks for watching.